Hello everyone, today I will explain part A of question 1. This question involves compounded interest with monthly compounding. 3 years ago, an amount Y was invested at 3.6% interest compounded monthly. Today, 6,500 ringgit is withdrawn from the account. 2 years from today, the account will grow to 15,465 ringgit and 89 cents. To find the amount after 3 years, I use the compound interest formula. Balance equal y open bracket 1 plus 0.036 divided by 12 close bracket to the power of 12 times 3. So, the amount after 3 years is y multiplied by open bracket 1.003 close bracket to the power of 36. Today, 6,500 ringgit is withdrawn. So, the balance becomes y multiplied by open bracket 1.003 close bracket to the power of 36 minus 6,500. After withdrawing the money, the remaining balance continued to grow for 24 months, which is 2 years. So, I write the equation, open bracket, y times 1.003 power 36 minus 6,500, close bracket, times 1.003 power 24, equal 15,465 ringgit and 89 cents. Next, I add the 6,500 back to the right side. Y times 1.003 power 36 equal 20,893 ringgit and 4 cents. To find the original investment, I divide by 1.003 power 36. The original amount invested 3 years ago is Y equal 18,757 ringgit and 20 cents. For next question is question B. Malik intends to borrow 1,200 ringgit from a bank. The bank offers an interest rate of 6% compounded quarterly. Find the maturity value at the end of 5 years. To solve this, I use the formula S equal P times open bracket 1 plus K divided by M close bracket to the power of M times T. Let me explain what each letter means. S is the total amount Malik has to pay at the end. P is the principal the amount borrowed, 12,000 ringgit. K is the annual interest rate in decimal form, so 6% becomes 0.06. M is the number of times the interest is compounded in a year, since its quarterly M is 4. T is the time in years, which is 5 years. First, calculate the interest per quarter. 0.06 divided by 4 equals 0.015. Next, calculate the total number of compounding periods. 4 times 5 equals 20 quarters. So, the formula becomes S equal 12,000 times open bracket 1 plus 0.015 close bracket to the power of 20. After 5 years, Malik will have to pay approximately 16,162 ringgit and 26 cents to the bank.
Part A, question 2. Alia wished to invest his money in investment scheme. She approached a local bank and the bank offered her 2 different schemes. A scheme A with 8.52% compounded every 2 months and in scheme B, 9.25% compounded quarterly. Let's see the question first. For A, how much interest will Alia receive if she invests RM 10,000 in scheme A for 6 years and 6 months? For B, if Alia invests RM 15,000 in scheme B and aim to accumulate RM 13,000, how long should she wait to reach the amount? From the question we read, we can see this question is about compounded interest. So the formula we can use is S equal P 1 plus K per M power MT. For the interest, I equal S minus P. For question A, how much interest will Alia receive? This question uses interest formula, which is I equal S minus P. To find I, we need to find S first. For S, it was S equal P 1 plus K per M power MT. So, our principal is 10,000 ringgit. In the question say, she invests RM 10,000 ringgit in scheme A. So, in scheme A, it say 8.52% compounded every 2 months. So, the K was 8.52,000 and the M is 6 because in every 2 months. In a year, there are 12 years, and when we divide it into 2, it will be 6. So our time for T is 6.5 years because in the question say 6 years and 6 months. So we just input all the information into the formula S. So the S is 17,330 ringgit 88 cent. This amount of S, we just include it into the interest formula. So the interest will be 7,330 ringgit 88 cent. Okay, for question B. If Alia invests 15,000 in scheme B and aim to accumulate 13,000, how long should she wait to reach the amount? Okay, for this question, we need to find T, time. So, based on the question, we have the information about accumulate. So, we already have S. Accumulate stands for S, accumulate value. So, we can use S formula, which is P 1 plus K per M power MT. So we already have P, principal, which is 15,000, and K is 9.25% because in B, it was 9.25% compounded quarterly. So the M is 4. So we put all the information again in the formula and find the T, and the T is 7.58 years.
Hello everyone, in this video, I will explain part B question 1. So the question states that Husna deposit RM2500 every 6 months into an account that earns 3.8% interest, compounded semi-annually. So we are asked to find the total amount she will receive at the end of 9 years and 6 months. To solve this, I use the future value formula for an annuity. So I substitute the values into the formula where R equals RM2500, the interest rate per period is 0.038 divided by 2, and the number of periods is 90. After calculating, the total amount Husna will receive is RM56567.45. Next, the questions ask for the total interest earned during the period. To find this, I use the formula interest equals the total amount received minus the total contributions. So I subtract 19 times RM2500 from RM56567.45. The total interest earned is RM9067.45.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. Today, I'll be presenting part B question 2. So this is a situation given. Nora wants to further her study and she plans to borrow 42,000 ringgit from a financial institution. The interest rate is 5.4% and it is compounded quarterly, meaning 4 times a year, and it is for 12 years. For question A, we start by identifying the values. First, I determine the number of payment periods. I use the formula N equals M multiplied by T. Since the loan is compounded 4 times a year, for 12 years, I calculate 4 multiplied by 12, which gives 48. Next, I find the interest rate period. I use the formula I equals K divided by M. K is 0.054 and M is 4. So, the interest rate per period is 0.0135. To find the periodic payment, I apply this formula. A equals R multiplied by the fraction 1 minus the quantity in bracket 1 plus I raised to the power negative n, all divided by I. Now, substituting the values. 42,000 equals R multiplied by the fraction 1 minus the quantity in bracket 1 plus 0.0135 raised to the power negative 48, all divided by 0.0135. Solving for R, the periodic payment is 1,194 ringgit and 60 cent. Now, let's go to the question B. For question B, we have to find the total interest. To find the total interest charge, I use the formula I equals N multiplied by R minus A. Substitute the values. 48 multiplied by 1,194 ringgit and 60 cent minus 42,000. So we get the answer. The total interest charge is 15,340 ringgit and 80 cent. Finally, we are going to our last question, which is question C. For question C, Nora did not pay the first 3 payments. Therefore, the amount due to the fourth payment must be recalculated. I apply the formula A equals R multiplied by the fraction in bracket 1 plus I raised to the power n minus 1, all divided by I. Here, n equals 4 this time because we are considering the fourth period. Now, we're substituting the value. 42,000 equals R multiplied by the fraction in bracket 1 plus 0.0135 raised to the power 4 minus 1, all divided by 0.0135. Solving for R, the payment for the fourth period is 4,876 ringgit and 4 cent.